Hello and welcome to, hello everyone, to The Blood We Spill. And my name is Jacques Couture. I gotta tell you, I'm a bit, we lost more cast. Last night we had a good finale. Everything came together, but more people have just left the film. We have just barely enough people to run the lights. We have only a few actors left to take up the different roles. So here's what we're going to do. I know we've been improvising this entire show. So I think that we're going to do the final scenes for each of you. And this is what happens if you make it through, the entire movie and we're wrapping it up and you get your last little scene before riding off into the sunset. We're going to do each one of those. And then, because it's early morning and we have good light right now, then tonight we're going to finish the entire thing off with the final kind of confrontation. This is going to be what happens after the whole cult thing. Now, here's the deal. We've been improvising. If you accidentally die during that last scene that we filmed tonight, I'm just going to cut the scene that we do now from the movie. You will die during that scene and your final scene will be just gone, unfortunately. I would love to keep all of you on through the whole thing. It would be wonderful. But the way that this movie's been, I don't know which one of you will make it or not. So we can talk about that. I will give you the day. How about that? Is that good? Will that work? Look, come on, work with me. We're in the home stretch here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Fine. Actors, for fuck's sake. Let's just get these little vignettes out of the way of you surviving, and then we will do the final scene to see who actually survives. And yes, I'll pay you all the amount that we agreed on per day. Let's go. Let's get this done with. Let us start with Wendy. So thank you, Bowman, for the tip. We appreciate it. You guys really want tips. Actors, you really want the tips. So, exactly. So, Wendy, this is the next day. The cult has, you've defeated the cult. You took out before they could do their thing. And you're sitting there and you're looking at your books and then also some of the papers that you got from the cult's lair that you were just at, and you hear a knock on the door. Oh, I'm hearing that Chrissy is not audible. I don't think anybody can be heard. 1 second. Oh, we lost all of that. That's no good. Let me see. 1 second. Oh, can't believe that. All right, everybody speak up.
Hello.
Hello.
Tonight we dine in hell.
That is great. Can everybody hear everybody? Yay. Yeah, everybody's there. Okay.
You guys.
Low budget movies. God damn it. This is why we need audio people.
We can fix it in post. Granted, I haven't seen the editor around in a while. Oh, words.
All right. Well, I know everyone heard what I said, which is always the most important thing for everyone to hear. Before we go on, we should introduce everyone. That's where the mistake was. We didn't introduce everyone first before we get into the vignette. So let's start with Michelle.
Hello, I'm Michelle, and I am playing Dr. Joseph Carlyle.
I'm paying by the word, so that was a good one.
Paying by the word. I guess I'll hop in here. Hello, I am the wonderful, magnificent actress, Janine, and I will be playing the gorgeous, supple, wonderful, intelligent Angelique Cooper.
Candace?
I was born X number of years ago, just as fabulous then as I am today. Fresh out of my mother's womb, by the word you said. I'm veteran actress, actor, thespian, stage performer, chorus member, and singer, legendary. Candace, it's nice to meet you tonight. Very excited for this finale and very excited for my tips.
And Chrissy.
Oh, hi. I'm Chrissy, living embodiment of the girl next door trope and just the girl trope. You're just everyday average sweetheart who makes occasional raunchy jokes. And I am playing the absolutely adorable, lovable hippie stoner Wendy Foster.
Oh, well, I don't know what's happening with my particular setup, but all of a sudden I'm very, very fuzzy.
You told the cameraman he was working on tips too.
Yeah, he left. I think that this is the problem, is that
That's what you get when you have an intern running the camera.
Yes, absolutely. All right, back to the vignette. So, Wendy, you hear a knock on the door.
Oh, come in.
The door opens up and there are several students in the hallway, and the lead student is this, I'm going to say maybe 21-year-old man with the long hippie hair and, has on the open like hemp shirt and with all the decorations and the beads around his neck and everything else. And he says, Wendy, we heard what you did last night with the cult at the church. We were all very impressed. And we were hoping that you would help us, because Brad's gone. And if you can take the cult out, then maybe you could lead us or something,
Oh, become the town's new cult leader.
That's what we were thinking, because, Brad was great and all, but I just, the total vibe of the demon part.
Oh, yeah, no. I would absolutely love to do that, and no demons involved or cannibalism.
Oh, did you say cuneiformism or cannibalism?
Oh, neither. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I failed that part of art. All right, great. Well, if you're cool with it, we're cool with it, and maybe tonight we could all meet up and have a conversation about what you want to do.
Yes. We can dance in the moonlight. I love that idea.
All right, groovy, cool. All right, we'll see you tonight, okay?
Right on.
And they all slowly, as they are passing your door, give you a little bow as they walk away.
I am about to have so much power.
Cool. All right, so let's cut over to Dr. Carlisle. You are at the Linneys that the cult had destroyed. It has been taken care of, and it looks much better. And you're sitting around a table, and there's about 6 of you there. And one of them says, Doctor, what, you took care of this cult all by yourself?
Well, no. That would be hubris to claim I did it all by myself. Of course I had help from acquaintances.
Oh.
And a brilliant grad student.
Well, that's impressive. We were very, very impressed with what you've done. And since our leader, John, died in this very Linneys yesterday, we feel like you might be the person to replace him. You definitely have shown a lot of chutzpah.
You flatter me. I would be honored. I would be very honored to take up the cause of the Contra Malum.
Now, tell us, what do you know the goals of Beelzebub? What was it trying to do?
Well, there are many things even those of learning don't understand.
Well, of course. Well, I think we're done for the evening. I think we've said all the business, and this has been all very interesting. Now, the part we all love. And he pulls out a big bowl and puts it in the middle of the table, and he says, all right, everybody's keys in. Remember, whoever's partner you're going home to, no one, just remember, be respectful. Now, let's jump over to Candace.
Professor
Simone.
just got way more interesting.
Those dirty academics, man. Dirty.
It was the
It's all
70s.
consensual.
Yep. Simone, you are on the border, the Canada-US border.
Mm-hmm.
And you're standing there next to a motorcycle that you had ridden up from Black Wolf Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And a car pulls up behind you, and out from it comes the warden, and she walks over and gives you the biggest hug and the longest kiss. Darling, I've missed you so. We're almost there. We're almost free.
Pepper, my darling. Oh, Pepperlin, it is so good to see you. I've missed you so much. I couldn't have survived out here without you and your patronage. Thank you so much. And I kiss her back passionately. Don't cut away.
Of course not. Now, I have to tell you, we're never going to be able to come back to the U.S. again. We're going to have to go to Europe or some other place because they're going to search for you forever. I'm okay with that as long as we're together.
Oh, that's so romantic. I mean, you're threatening me with quite a good time, telling me I have to go be fabulous abroad with my full luggage set from Bergdorf Goodman. Oh, my love, my darling, please, take me away. And I jump into her arms.
And she carries you back to her car, and you drive off into Canada. All right. So, now we're going to jump over to Angelique. Angelique, you're sitting in the Black Panthers headquarters, and your cousin's there, and all of your friends. And you're doing what you said you would do. You're helping with the preparation of food for the community, the special breakfast program. And your cousin says to you, so we have a lot of, this city's too small for someone like you. You get stuff done. And I think it's maybe time for you to head back east, not to New York, but to Washington. We need more people there.
As in DC?
Yeah, not the state we're in, of course. That would be, staying put as opposed to, you know what I meant.
Yes. I suppose if they need my help up there, there's nothing I wouldn't do for the cause.
I think they need your leadership, to be honest. You're obviously very capable of handling situations. Maybe if you were out there, you could help, spread the word and get more people in and get the cause out there and help people understand what we're trying to do.
There's nothing I would rather be doing with my degree, really.
Good.
I thank you for the reference.
Don't worry, cuz I understand completely. He gives you a big hug, and then he says, all right, we have to finish all this. Let's get this food ready.
Yeah, don't be crying on my jacket.
Of course not. So, those are the endings that are possible for all of our wonderful actors. Now we must see how everything works out later on tonight with our final particular, I guess, conflict. I would love those endings for all of you. I have to say, but we're gonna have to find out if this is what's gonna happen. Let's jump ahead to tonight then. I feel like I need to explain a few things. First of all, this last scene, you all have to deal with these werewolves, and I kind of feel like there needs to be a battle as the director. I really do. I feel like there needs to be some kind of large battle, and you save the town from the werewolves as well. Now that's just me and my 62 years of experience of directing these things, but I'd like to hear what you all think.
I want to marry one and become one.
Okay, we already knew that. Michelle, what do you think?
My thoughts on it are this. If you would like this to be opened up to a sequel and a larger budget, I think you need to leave the werewolves alone.
Sequels are always good. Imagine Jaws 2. I could see it now. Candace, what do you think?
Honestly, I wasn't told I was going to be doing my own stunts, and it sounds like you're going to need me to do more of my gymnastics trickery. And I quite wonder if our dear doctor is right. In the future, we'd have a larger budget. We might have more leeway. Plus, my character, something mysterious is happening with her? What mystery is there in a humble beast?
Well, I mean, depending on who survives is who's going to be in the sequel, of course. That is also part of it. I mean, I feel like we need something, but if you feel like you can talk it out with the werewolves, then let's just see how it goes.
Well, Simone, if you want to die as sacrifice and not be in the sequel, that would be much appreciated.
Listen, darling, at best, I will appear as the ghost that provides you all with visions of the future.
See, here's my problem, though. Candace's ending is breakthrough. I mean, it's 1976. How many positive lesbian relationships do we have on screen at this point?
Thank you.
I think that's one thing that I have to keep in mind is what boundaries are we breaking with our art?
It sounds like we need a werewolf scene.
Hold on.
That's what it sounds like.
To meta this meta. I'm sorry. All of the horror films from the 70s that have lesbians in them, who's the villain?
Yeah.
Who is the villain?
Yeah.
And of course, she's actually bisexual, going to steal your man and murder your wife. Oh no!
Listen, barely the villain. Did a little light stab coaching.
That's a sequel that I would want to see. And now
Light stab
she's
coaching.
back.
Look,
Okay.
look, these are all valid points. I mean, these are all valid points. We are literally 40 years ahead of ourselves, I feel. And with that in mind, to more meta, I feel we should go to our final destination for this particular Screamfest. We're going to be filming tonight at Carnage House, where you originally met the werewolves. And I'm just going to let the actors, you all, do your thing. And we will let's see how your acting ends your particular character's arc. Does it end tonight or not? I don't know. All right, so you all head over to the Carnage House. And when you get there, the lighting guy starts setting up the lights. And Jacques kind of looks around. He goes, it looks good, but I don't see any of the werewolves. The actors are gone. God damn it. All right. Everybody inside, let's figure this out. So,
This reminds me of the time that I went to a party at Roddy McDowell's house, and
sorry.
and Roddy, and when I showed up, Roddy had forgotten that he was going to be throwing a party.
All
And the
right.
house was dark.
So I used to record commercials all day long. And one of the commercials that I recorded was a lot of the first Harry Potter movie. And the guy, the Sorcerer's Stone, welcome. And he would tell these stories about Roddy McDowell. I remember Roddy McDowell. We used to get drunk and go watch Shakespeare in the park. And sometimes we'd be half nude or completely nude. It was wonderful.
They were nude.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, of
That's
course,
fantastic.
we riffed on it as much. Roddy McDowell and I. So, yeah, that's where that came from. So, now he goes, all right, let's all go inside and get this scene done. But when you all hit the door and you walk through, you can smell a thick amount of blood in the air. Just smell. Oh my God. Do you all smell that?
Is
Is
that
that blood?
part of the set?
No. There wasn't supposed to be any blood on the scene yet until we haven't shot anything, and we're using dyed ketchup. It shouldn't smell like that. It should smell like rotting tomatoes. You know the smell.
Can we get a mop over here?
Where's
And
that
the-
intern?
I don't know. I thought he was with you all. It's just the five of us. Wait a minute. We need to turn on a light.
Why is there no light on in the set? I thought we were shooting in here. And I walk over to the wall and just flick the switch.
You flick the switch and it's a vaulted ceiling because it's an old Victorian manor with those big stairs that go on both sides. and hanging from the ceiling are wires down to different body parts that have hooks through them. And the door suddenly slams behind you, and you hear a grotesque cackle. And the blood is kind of raining down in the middle of the room, and there's a large puddle of it.
Oh, hell no.
And you
This
look
is
up,
unsanitary work conditions. Someone call OSHA.
this has
Okay,
nothing to do
Couture.
with this isn't ours. This is real. You can't smell that? And right
Well, you could have
then-
used pig's blood.
No,
I'm telling you,
that
Couture, if you're
costs
trying to
so-
pull a Hitchcock on us.
That's so much money. Pig's blood cost way more money than what I was doing.
And
Oh my God.
Who is this unfortunate person you've sacrificed?
I didn't sacrifice anyone. And then suddenly there's a streak of lightning, and you see at the top of the stairs 3 heads. It's the riders.
No,
what?
Oh.
no.
Done.
I didn't do anything. I thought they left. I
They
thought
were bad, but they
gone.
didn't deserve that. No one deserves
Well,
that.
I
Okay,
told him
yes,
I'd
no,
give
no,
him
they didn't,
scale.
they didn't.
I told him I'd give him scale. This is horrible. We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here now.
I'll say. And I'm out the door.
And you get to the door and you start banging on it and trying to open it, and it is like something's wedged on the other side.
Where is that hatchet? Something.
Is this meant to be some kind of ruse?
No, I don't know what this is. I don't know anything. We have to get out of this house.
The window,
hear-
the window. I
Okay.
run over to one of the living room windows.
All right. So when you get to the window, there's another streak of lightning, and standing there is a woman with a huge axe, and she swings it through the window at you. Let's see how many successes she gets.
Oh,
None?
I don't know. Yes.
That's a lot
Madam,
of dice.
please. We'll
Ooh.
submit to your requests for free autographs and headshots, please. Madam.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah. She gets 4 successes. So she crashes through. You are going to have to try and get the hell out of the way. And I'm going to say this is dexterity and athletics. Now, if we make our goal, which I'm really hoping we do because they're going to need it. And what we do use all tip money to help, pay our actors in the first place. So if you want to donate, now is the time before they start dropping like.
Excuse me?
Oh no!
I've been doing my own stunts.
I'm going to use one of my quips to add a die.
All right, what's your quip? Oh, you already have it, right?
Yeah,
You
I have
gained
3
it. Okay.
stored, so. now
Awesome.
I'll have
Do
to.
it.
4 successes.
I got
No, it's
4
just-
successes.
You are
It's
right.
just
4
for
successes.
Michelle.
I got a 10, a 9,
Oh,
and
just
an
for
8.
Michelle.
Yeah, just for Michelle.
I thought we all were doing it. I'm
No,
sorry.
she's at the window, and the woman's coming
Okay.
from the other side through the window with the axe at her.
Tiny heart attack.
I got 4 successes.
Okay, great. The axe swings through, bursts the window open, and she's coming through, but she misses you completely. And suddenly Jacques Couture has all of the color drained from his face as another lightning strike hits, and he notices that there are more women at each of the windows, and they're coming through the windows.
I
says-
didn't know you hired these extras.
They're not extras.
They're very creepy.
They're my
Kai,
ex.
cut it, Kai. What are
They're my ex-wives. It's
God
Yeah.
damn it!
It's
You didn't pay
Ginny.
their alimony on time?
No, I thought we'd get money from this film. They've been trying to get money from me this entire time.
You
Ladies,
goddamn
please.
idiot! Take him! And I grab you by the collar. I'm like,
He's
take
not
him!
worth it.
And he goes, "No, please, don't sacrifice me to Ginny, Amy, Tabitha, Sarah, Helga, and Broomhilda. I just can't go back, please." And they start coming closer into the center. He goes, "Actors, you don't understand. You've got to run." And one of them says, "Yes, if he's alive, we may get some alimony. But if he dies, we get to split all the insurance we took out on him. And if you all die, this film never gets seen, which is what we want. We want him to never put out another film except for his last one, which was the sequel to Gone with the Wind, which he is trying to redeem himself. We want him to suffer.
But
And they
ladies,
start-
ladies, wait.
Go ahead.
This won't redeem him. It's a terrible film, and even with it being terrible, just remember, think of the residuals you'll get.
All right. So let's make that a roll, actually.
Okay.
So let's see real quick. All right. I think persuasion. Yeah. And
Presents?
I say manipulation, actually. Sorry. I know you don't have a lot of dice for that, but
No, I don't.
that makes more sense because you're trying to get them.
One success.
Okay. Actually, Dork Lord, it was Gone with the Water, the mudslides of Atlanta. That's why you do very well. All right.
Killing the game.
Let's see.
No, that's never mind. Nothing.
So one of them, Broomhilda, stops for a moment, and the others, they all kind of look at each other. And then they look at Jacques and they say, it's too late. He has to die. The rest of you, if you want to go, you can look around. Please, don't leave me. Please don't. I've been good to all of you, and don't leave me with these ex-wives. I can't take it.
All of our weapons are prop weapons.
We can run. Let's run. Please, don't leave me with these people. I wanted to have children. I did.
These people.
Yes, my ex-wives who are going
You
to kill me.
chose these women.
I see a collection of broken hearts, Jacques.
That doesn't mean I should die for it.
Oh, that's
I
not
shouldn't-
up to me.
Sure, I had my moments. Sure, I had some bad choices in my life. Sure, you can't let them kill me. Look what they did to the writers.
Were those your cries for redemption?
Yes, look, they killed the writers. They're up there. They're looking at us right now. Kind of. You can't leave me here.
All right, what's it gonna take for you ladies to let him go?
I will say, as Wes the GM, that they are going to attack. It's whether or not you run and leave Jacques there, or if you pull him along with you. That is kind of the choice you're at right now.
Let's leave.
Okay, one vote for leave.
There's no hold on.
You can hold on. It's just they obviously, if they're willing to kill a whole crew of people to get back at Jacques,
I see.
Yeah, they're quite
unreasonable.
They're unreasonable.
Listen, he
just a
drove them
skosh.
to it. He had it coming.
Do they seem believable? Like they're actually going to let us leave? Because I feel like that sounds too easy.
I mean, as much as a group of serial killers are trustworthy.
Exactly.
I guess.
He was like, so I have married an axe murderer 6 times.
So I married. Yeah.
Well, that's why he makes
Exactly.
horror movies. You know, he's trying to like live his art.
Yeah.
I would like to go. I would like to leave. I'm going to go.
We'll join you with that. Mhm.
I whisper to Janine, let's go to my trailer as quietly as I can, so they can't hear.
Okay.
Jacques, you're a director. This is a little excessive for method acting. I'm just saying, you're on your own.
It's not method acting. These are my ex-wives. They're gonna kill me. Please don't fucking leave. Please don't.
She walks off.
Michelle. God, what's with my camera? Michelle, please don't.
Jacques, you've done a lot of crappy things to me over the years, but trying to pull a Hitchcock and terrorize us into getting the take that you want.
This
bad
is not a
form,
Hitchcock.
and
No. Oh,
bad
God.
form.
Look, we're not on the set of The Birds, for Christ's sake. Look, I know that I haven't been the greatest director.
You've been terrible.
Look, I need you to understand that I need your help. I really do. I really, really need you. Fixing my camera as I'm saying this. I really need you to understand that this wasn't what I wanted. Don't leave me here alone to die. Please. Please.
What would Roddy McDowell do?
I think we all know. So you're alone with
And
him.
I say, sorry, chap. It's been a good run. And I walk out.
No! And you hear the door shut. And are you all going to Candace's trailer? Where are you all going is the question.
As we're walking away from there, like speed walking very quickly,
Mhm.
I look around and I say, everyone, please, you must know, in my trailer, I have my sweet baby darling that resides there with me, my little buttercup. She is a beautiful queen of an alligator these days. Just lovely. Just lovely. So let us retire there just in case these women decide to come and make trouble. Because let's face it, several of us are quite attractive. And you know they're going to think we were inappropriate with the director to get our jobs.
Capital
Sometimes
idea.
it's true. This time it is not true. And I won't be shamed for it.
Is
Gator.
she friendly?
Oh, she's friendly to my friends.
All right then.
Well-trained alligator. So you get back, and Gladys the alligator is there in her little pool hanging out. And you guys are not far from the home, and you keep hearing these blood-curdling screams coming from the house as they
Should
slowly...
we be trying to get a little further away from this?
I believe so.
As long as I can bring Gladys with me, I'm not leaving my buttercup behind.
Of course, of course.
I have a special handbag, and I pull out like this big, ridiculous alligator purse that like puts an alligator inside of it with little armholes.
Is it also made of
skin
alligator
purse?
skin?
In the 70s,
It might be,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah. The indignity.
I know what I'm about.
Somebody call PETA.
So you all get all your stuff together, and see, my camera's just really fucking up to. You get all your stuff together, and you start to realize that you have all the cans to this film. You have everything. You make it away from the house towards the South District. It's late at night now, and you have a decision. You have several cans of film. You know, Jacques didn't have that much money in his trailer, but you know, it's there. You could either bury this, get rid of it, or you could drive all night to Los Angeles and produce this yourselves.
All right now,
Getting a
gang.
Producer credit.
Hmm.
Again, residual.
The merchandising alone.
This was some of my best acting. I would hate for it to go to waste.
And now there's only 4 ways to split it, darlings, you know.
Oh, yes.
Well, we do have to give a share to the ex-wives, or they might come after us.
Well, I mean, after this, they might be in jail.
Plus, you know, Michelle, didn't you tell them that it was quite a shitty film, so perhaps they won't even know how much to expect?
True.
I don't know if we should try and hide anything from these women. They seem like the type to go after their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree with Janine. I think that, yes, we cut them in on the residuals, but, you know, magic can be done in the editing room.
All right, but when they come for us, you better have security.
All right. So, I know it's about 5 minutes early, but this is actually a really good place for us to take our short break. So we're going to take like 10 minutes, and we hope that you're enjoying. And I want to thank the cast for going along with how meta I have made this. I appreciate it. We will be back in literally, 10 minutes, and we will wrap up the finale of The Blood We Spill. See you in just a little bit. Hello, we are back. So before we left, the group had decided that it was best to leave Jacques Couture, grand director of both stage and screen, to his demise at the Carnage House, surrounded by his ex-wives, and their anger over alimony. When you got back to your trailers, his screaming for help bothered you, so you moved the trailers. And you then decided that you realized that you had the cans to the film, and you could take the film down to LA and for a small amount of cocaine probably get somebody to edit it all together. It is the 70s, or mescaline, or Quaaludes, or whatever. It all works. It's all good. So you
Just a
jump
little
in.
bump.
Yeah, just a loose. Yeah. Each reel is 2 or 3 bumps and you're done. So you all jump into these trailers with Gladys the alligator and you start to head down to LA. Now, I think that we need some kind of roll to see how well you all are able to produce this particular film. How much success. And I'm going to leave it up to you to decide what skills and what attributes you want to use on this particular role. So this is just a production role, and we're going to see how good the blood we spill comes out after post.
Maybe technology, and either an intellect.
I would say that for each person, you can pick your own favorite combination. So it can be enigma. It needs to make sense. It can't be athletics and dexterity or something, but it can be enigma and like intelligence or whatever you feel like is a good mental test.
How
Then
about
Go ahead.
humanities and cunning? Like
That's
humanities.
perfect.
All right.
So you
sweet.
can do that.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
Go ahead.
intellect and larceny because we stole the film.
I was
You stole
also
the
thinking
film.
larceny. I was like,
Yeah, and I mean larceny kind of ties into the cocaine aspect too.
you know.
Oh, Coloradi, he always has something on hand.
Let's do enigmas for continuity and sensitivity checking so we don't upset anybody that might do rituals. And some stamina because I can edit all night.
Excellent.
I'm gonna do culture and intellect.
I like it. So I need to know how many successes you get. Everybody, you're pooling all your successes together.
So 3 out of me.
All right, so 3,
2 out of me.
2,
3.
and 4, and 3.
My 2, it was a 10, by the way.
Yeah.
So
I got a
that's
10
12
and a-
altogether, right? I'm doing that math right. So 5, 9,
Yes.
yep, 12. Perfect. So 12 successes. Now, I'm going to make a roll to find out what amount you needed to beat. This is my LA roll. This is just the city and post-productions in general. Nice. So,
Oh no.
no, you did well.
Okay, wonderful.
So,
You scared us for a minute there, Wes.
with all of your great success, you're able to create a wonderful film. At least as wonderful as you could with the stock footage that you've spliced in and the overdubs that you've done. And you fought for a week about whether or not there should be narration over the whole thing or not to make things go a little bit smoother. But you figure out that you've got the very best that you can get. And because you rolled so well, you release it out into the world and it becomes a huge hit. But there are a lot of questions swirling around. Now, I have to know, do you put Jacques Couture's name on anything? What do you tell people? Some people knew you were going up north to shoot with the aged actor who had desperately wanted to be redeemed after his failures.
Okay.
And
We're all sitting poolside at my condo in Beverly Hills. And I'm like sipping a mimosa, and there's an enormous summer fruit platter, and we're just living it up. Pool boy with, nice Speedo. We're living the life, preparing for this film. Well, I don't know that it would do us any good to deny his death. I think we should tell the truth. And release it in his honor, in his memory. It'll be more of a pull to a lot of the older denizens of the movie theater, the theater industry. And we can get rid of all those pesky ex-wives and not have to share any royalties if we tell the truth.
Are they? They never got caught. What if they somehow like framed us?
Oh, and I snap my fingers, and two guards like wink down from above the roof on the like the roof of the building next door.
Oh,
I'm ready for that.
Hi.
I agree with Janine. I think that telling the truth only helps us, and especially telling the truth that we had to run for our lives. We had no.
Okay.
You're an actress, Chrissy. Act.
I'm a terrible liar, though. That's why I only play characters that feel so near and dear to my heart.
Well, we're not lying. The ex-wives did kill him. The ex-wives did threaten us. We did have to leave, or else we would have been killed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you all explain to me what the next moves are then. You're going to put out this film and you're going to say that Jacques was killed? Am I correct?
I
That's the
think
final scene.
Yeah,
Screen.
I think we would have to talk to the police first before releasing it. No? Well, because we're back in LA without Jacques, and if we don't report it right away, that's going to look suspicious.
All right.
It could also be really good media coverage. Let people know that the movie was made under duress. So perhaps it will look like a shining example of indie cinema compared to what it might have been otherwise if we hadn't faced any challenges in production.
Director's last film and all that, and it will drum up the sympathy audience.
That is smart.
I think you're right.
And I mean, just on a side note, I'm sure that 70s LA police officers are both understanding and ready to talk.
Just precisely while I will not be speaking to them.
Ready to work with anybody. Yeah.
I said this was the one time I would talk to the cops, but I lied.
I nominate Chrissy.
Chrissy will tell the truth, and it'll be over.
Yes. So you all head to the police station to report that Jacques Couture has been killed by his maniacal ex-wives. Now,
7 angry wives.
I am going to ask, are you doing this just because we've already established that the movie has been done, we're going to say that this is a few weeks after his demise. You have not seen any of the other of his ex-wives, and the film is done and ready to go, and you've put your in memoriam thing at the end of it to Jacques. Chrissy, you walk in, and there's a duty officer at the desk, and looks you up and down and says, "What can I do for you? You one of them? Well, would you be in a hippie outfit? Are you always a hippie?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Especially, yeah.
Okay. So
Actually,
he goes, "What?"
Sorry, I think I would like to go with you, but I go in full Victorian mourning garb and veil, and you cannot. I'm just here to observe.
All right.
And I'll be sniffing behind like a red handkerchief, sniffing tears of joy because I know I'm about to be so rich once this is over.
So, the officer standing there looks, "What are you two doing here? What can I do for you?"
I'm here about something terrible. I'm here to report a murder.
A murder? What? Whose murder?
Oh, the very talented director, Jacques Couture.
Haven't heard of him. Where was he murdered?
Oh, well, we were filming up north. He was murdered in a house that we were filming in.
Humboldt County or where?
Oh no! What was the place we were actually filming in?
Washington.
Washington.
Okay, Washington. Oh no, in Washington.
That sounds like a Washington Police Department problem.
Well, we're not in Washington right now, so and I feel like you would have an easier way of contacting them. It's not safe for us to go back because of these women that did this. We saw their faces.
Well, I mean, there's also paperwork. So if you were to call them, they could start the paperwork as opposed to us starting the paperwork for something that's not really our issue. I mean, It's good that you've come to us. How did he die?
What does it matter if you're not going to fill out the paperwork? Why should I repeat myself half a dozen times? I suppose I'll just call the cops that aren't useless.
All right, all right.
Hiding
all
a
right.
laugh.
I will, I'll help you out. So you're saying he was attacked and killed, correct?
By 6 of his ex-wives. There was Tabitha and Brunhilde and Helga and I don't remember the others.
Wow.
But just if you find, I'm sure like his marriages are like public record, right? So if you just look those up, I'm sure you can find out all of his ex-wives. I'm pretty sure it was all of them. And they all came with axes and they all threatened to kill us. And so we had to run and he didn't make it.
Are you saying there were exes with axes?
Six exes with axes. He ran into their axe.
Are you sure it wasn't an accident?
I'm positive they threatened us. Okay.
Officer. They threatened to kill us if we got in the way. And as much as I loved our dear Jacques Poo, we had to preserve our own lives to release our film. Have you heard of it?
Well, you
And I
haven't said what
give
it-
him a flyer that
Oh,
I've produced.
The Blood We Spill. I saw the trailer. This kind of reminds me of...
Based on a true story. The true story of the death of our friend Jacques Torres. The story that we are trying to tell you about now.
But wait, the trailer said something about demons and a werewolf.
Indeed.
How is that a true story then?
You know, you'll just have to see it. But
Okay. I am
Paperwork.
looking forward to it. It looks really good. All right. So, Chrissy, give me a persuasion and cunning roll.
yes,
Oh.
Actually,
inspired by a
manipulation.
true story.
Yeah, inspired. Exactly.
What were
It's
you?
so manipulation and persuasion.
Oh, cool. I get an extra dice. All right. I have 3 successes.
Excellent. Okay, so he goes, okay, we'll file a report, and he talks with you more. He takes down all the information, and he seems very surprisingly open to dealing with the situation, which he wasn't when you first walked in. Between the crying and the story, it was enough to get him to do the right thing. Opening night, there are lots of people who have shown up. There's a line and, queued up, and you show up in a limousine one by one, come out. Explain to me each of how you go down the red carpet and what you say. We will start with Michelle.
I step out of the limousine and I'm, of course, wearing a tuxedo with a massive lapel, huge bow tie. And I walk down, and I wave to everybody, and then I stop where the reporters are.
Yes. Tell us, what was it like filming with the wonderful Jacques Couture?
Oh, Jacques, he was an amazing director. He had a true artistry. He had a true love of the craft. He's going to be so missed.
And do you feel like this is a springboard for you to be in more serious films?
Oh, well, I mean, who likes to think of such things at a time like this? But of course, anything is possible. I would love to be in more serious films, and but I think Jacques would have wanted it that way.
And what are your opinions of the rumors that Jacques' disappearance was linked to you and your co-actors?
Absolutely not true. His tragic disappearance is due to some vengeful women, and I mean, it's very hard.
Chrissy, you show up in your limo. How do you walk down the red carpet?
I come out and my hair is styled very Farrah Fawcett style, like with the big floofy curls, and I'm wearing like a slinky gold dress. And I come out and I'm very much walking like Alexis Rose would down the walkway, just peppy and happy and a little snotty. And I stop and I give a big old grin and waves.
Chrissy, answer some questions, please.
Oh, of course.
So it's talk around town is you're gonna be up for the you're going to be up for a few different parts as the lead actress, and we're just wondering, where would you like to see your career go now that you have put out your first film?
Oh, well, it's only up from here. You know, as long as my name is in lights, I am always happy.
And what about the rumors that before Jacques' demise, that you possibly might have been wife number 7?
You know, he never asked me. I don't know that I would have said yes. He was so forgetful. I hate to speak ill of the dead, but I had one request. I wanted M&Ms in my trailer, and he wouldn't even give me that. What kind of husband would he be if he wouldn't even give me my M&M? Wonderful director, not so great husband.
Obviously, from having six wives, I think that bears out fact at this point. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Janine?
So I pull up with a cadre of motorcycles as I am on my motorcycle.
Cool.
And we all step off in, our leather jackets and biker boots and walk up the red carpet in a V formation.
Nice. Questions, Janine. What was your role with the post-production on this film? How did you make it into the success that it is?
Well, of course, I do have some editing experience, and I thought that having a more in touch with today's youth cut of the film would go very well for the audience we were trying to bring to silver screen.
So you don't feel that Jacques, in his advanced age, could have done something as groundbreaking as what you all were able to do?
I would never presume to say that what we've done is better than what Jacques would have done, especially as we are here tonight to honor his memory. And one of the people behind me kind of like sneers at the guy, because what a rude question.
Absolutely. So you all exit. Thank you very much. Finally, Candace, you show up. Tell us how you arrive.
I'm in a long white limousine. A sea of people pour from the double doors and part as I rise up, and I have my hair styled in a beautiful kind of gold-tipped afro, very large, and I'm wearing like a white silk one-piece kind of flowy leg pantsuit halter top deal with a little hoodie, and like I have these like big gold sunglasses on and like these tall like high heels, and I kind of walk down and I do a pose and I take out a cigarette and I let some cute young thing light it for me.
Okay.
And I blow some smoke in the air and I just pose and I say, "Yes, take it in. This will be the last appearance I make tonight." And I like go up the catwalk.
Candace, can we ask you some questions?
Yes. Hurry up, please. I'm overdue inside.
We know. You're so wonderful. What's your next film going to be? What thing would you like to do the most next?
That's quite a good question. I've heard great things about these slasher movies and how there's lots of roles available, and this was quite a pleasure. I see Chris Lee over there doing his thing, and he seems to not want for much, so perhaps I'll get into this the sci-fi thing. I've heard Nichelle talk about her experiences on Star Trek and the like, so it pays the bills, darling.
Definitely. Do you have any desire to do anything beyond horror, though? I mean, you're such a wonderful actress.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I mean, I wouldn't mind a biopic. I hear that they're looking for someone to play Dorothy Dandridge, so perhaps.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. It's wonderful to see you.
Oh, you as well, darling. You as well. And I hold out my hand, my non-cigarette hand,
little kiss on on your hand.
And then I kind of just float away with my silks like flowing behind me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oddly enough, the questions for you seemed a little less pointed than the others.
Odd.
So you get inside and you watch the film, and it is actually really good for a horror movie with this budget from this time period. And for those of you who are not necessarily connoisseurs of this particular genre, I would say it's on the level of probably an Exorcist which is pretty good. Or even maybe touching a little Omen there, maybe just a little. So these are good reviews, and
Now, that was a movie that had a budget.
Yes, which makes it all of your success in post-production. As someone who's worked in post-production, you've literally fixed a lot in post. So, hats off to you for that. And you're watching the film, and everything's going really well. People are gasping in the right places and, titillated in the right places. And, oh, yes, wonderful. And suddenly the screen, you can see the video stop. Excuse me. The video stops and it dissolves into white, and it's very bright inside of the theater for a second. And then all of this red liquid starts to come down through the light as if it's being reflected. And there's a huge cut through the screen. And Jacques Couture comes out from behind the screen with a machete. And you're all in the front row watching. He goes, You left me there to die. You. How could you?
Listen, dear Jacques, we weren't in it for the Hitchcock angle. You have to understand.
There was no Hitchcock angle.
Our life against yours.
He jumps towards you all, flailing
my
about
God.
with a mistake.
So anyway, I start blasting.
I love how Janine's always all like, by the way, I had a 10-foot pole and the horse I rode in on. Janine is taking liberties with my
If you
lax...
stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
But Janine's totally taking... I'm so lax with this shit that she's all like, you know what? I've got a bazooka. Pull it out of my purse.
So anyway, I rigged the entire theater to explode at a certain moment anyway. So just press the button.
I have strategically placed sandbags in places to fall at the exact moment I need them to make.
Crushed his spine.
All right.
My good man Jacques, perhaps if you had as good taste in your women as you did in your actors, you would have suffered a different fate. You can't blame us for your sordid mistakes, sir.
You and your crocodile die first, lady. And he swings at you.
No! Gladys!
It's like, all right, let me make sure I do this right.
Not Gladys, I've grown
That is
attached
so
to
many
it.
dice. I can hear it.
I'm actually not rolling as many dice as I have because I like messing with y'all. So, so he got one success. You need to try to dodge. So just give me a roll of, let's see, probably dexterity and athletics, which you have tons in.
Okay, 8 dice.
Damn.
Yeah,
Two
that's a lot of
successes.
dice. Awesome. So you're if you want to, you can you successfully get out of the way. So you jump out of your chair, and you can explain how you do everything. You also have another. One second. You also have another success, which means that you could give like a condition or something that impedes him a little bit, that he'll have to get more successes to get over. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Is this in addition to his extreme elderliness?
Um,
Because he's very old to be this dry.
He is.
Fragile.
He did start in vaudeville, so yeah,
I
but
see.
he's
He's
very
like Bob
spry.
Fosse loose.
Yeah, he's very spry for his age. So go ahead and tell me what you'd like. Tell me how you avoid a machete to the face.
I would like to use my extra success to Pam Grier, like coffee kick his just like stanky boot to the fist to make him drop the machete. And I would like to say, get out of my way, sucker.
Okay,
that's my next role I'm practicing.
let's
That's
see.
in Blackula too, so.
Electric Boogaloo. Okay. Let's see. That's the 80s, Wes. All right, so you hit his hand, and he is able to hold on to it, but he stumbles back a few feet. Now, everybody is screaming and kind of, doing that, running around, trying to get out quickly because of a guy with a machete.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to pick to go next?
I would like to pick. Let's go with the doctor. You haven't gone yet, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to pull a Shatner, hands like this, and thumping him on the back.
Okay.
So
Classic.
Is that what athletics
So-
and might?
Yeah, that sounds real good. Transylvania Drift. For Blackula 2. That's ridiculous. I love it.
I got 1 success.
Okay. See what his defense is for that. Okay, so you hit him on the back and you crack into his aging skeletal body, and you hear this up the side of his spine. And it's not an adjustment he wanted. And he goes, ah! And you've obviously done some damage to him. Who do you want to go next, Michelle?
I am going to say Janine.
So I, at this point, just for flavor, take the shot. Gun is jammed. And I run up and approach and go to hit him in the temple with the butt of the gun.
So you're going to pistol whip an older man. Excellent.
Yes, I am.
Fuck him. All right, so...
This is my money.
I did this shit, not you. Go ahead and give me your roll.
So
it's going to be close
combat.
combat, yeah.
And might.
Yeah, definitely.
That is 1 success.
All right. You hit him, and let's see. How does he... Okay. So you hit him, and first the back, now the temple, and he's kind of spinning around like Leatherface at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the last person in the row would be Chrissy. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess just smack him.
Okay. So you just...
Oh, wait, no. Can I have pepper spray?
I don't know if did they have pepper spray in the 70s?
Did they?
They might have had mace, but I don't know how common it would.
We'll say you have mace, which is basically similar.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pull out the mace and just be like,
Go for it.
I am not a strong person. Okay, would that just be what, like?
Well, it'd be close combat.
Okay.
And then...
which is nothing.
Which is nothing. And then I guess dexterity.
Okay, that's a little something. Actually, it's not. Those are all failures. So
Anyone?
one of them was a 1.
Yes. Who's
So
getting
that-
pepper sprayed?
That means you get two writer's room things that you can use because you got a botched roll. So that's good. You can use those as a pool if you need to. And but yeah, so you spray. That's a good question. So here's what we're gonna do. Michelle's walked away, but Michelle's gonna be 1. Janine is gonna be 2. Wendy will be Chrissy will be 3. And Candace will be 4. And I will roll a 10-sided die. And so there's a small chance one of you might get maced because of this botched roll. We'll see what happens.
Devin would just roll a d4 and be like, sucks to suck. Somebody's gonna get it.
It's you. So Michelle, you hit him in the back, and then all of a sudden, Chrissy runs up, fumbles up this mace, and sprays, and it hits you straight on in the face. And you reel back.
Michelle was on my side.
I'm all,
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
and I just yell, "Don't kill him! Offer him residuals.
He swings, realizing that you're now unable to see his slightly fast machete work. He swings at you. How did I... Okay. So I rolled a 2, a 2, a 1, and a 3. Misses you completely.
Well, he's old.
I'm flailing so much that it distracted him.
Chrissy, who do you pick to go next? You can pick yourself too, by the way, because we're at the top of the round.
Oh no, we'll pass it on. We'll pass it on to Candace and keep us in line.
I don't know what I want to do. I guess I want to can I take his knees out?
Sure.
Can I keep using my awesome kicks? Like I got these really great platform wedges on.
Right. Go for it.
Yeah. So can I use I can use my same skill?
Yeah.
My same skills? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All the dice. Ooh, that's good. Okay. All right. I got 2 10s.
Excellent. Wow, that's 4 successes. Explain how you bring him to the ground.
I see my co-stars and compatriots trying to fight back, and as he kind of wobbles on his last swing, I recognize that this could be the moment while he's kind of off kilter. So as he turns left, I kick his knees from the right, and I just hear the satisfying as he drops to the ground and his knees go out. And I look at him and I say, "Down, old man! You have no business here. We have done a far better job with your movie than you ever could. Go back to the grave whence you came."
He crumples to the ground and he starts to sob. And he goes, "This wasn't how it was supposed to end for Jacques Couture. I was someone. I was important. I almost got an Oscar."
Maybe it's your hubris that got you here in the first place. I'm sure
stole
you'll have
my
time to work on that.
You left me to die and you stole my film.
Doc, you weren't paying us.
We can't steal something we made.
I was going to pay you, though, and I'm sure my cut would have been brilliant.
Well, Jacques, think of it this way. We can release it. We can make believe that it is your cut. We split the profits 5 ways. It's huge. It'll be immensely successful. Don't you understand, man? You have a hit on your hands. I'm all right with giving you credit.
Wait.
What about the What about the rest of you ladies?
If you and your women hadn't threatened us, perhaps this would have never happened. You came out here wielding a machete, inciting violence because we left you to your own devices.
You left me to die. Of course I had violence in my heart.
To your own situation. Please.
We didn't screw over your ex-wives. Speaking of which, where are they?
Thank you.
And we didn't want to end up like the writers and the rest of the crew.
Perfectly reasonable people. Janine, please explain. You always keep a cool head.
You made your bed, and we left you to lie in it. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for you,
Are
it
you
wasn't the
willing?
last lie you ever had.
Are you willing to allow me some dignity to have part in the film I helped bring to life with you?
Your name's at the end.
In memoriam.
That's the highest honor.
Yes.
I'm not dead. I barely got out. They tortured me.
And again, where are they now?
Uh-huh. You never really answered that question.
I'm not sure. I escaped.
Ooh.
You imagine them coming after us for his cut if we cut him in.
I'm sure they wouldn't. I called the police and they went by and they found all the bodies. I then jumped on a Greyhound and came down here as quickly as I could. I went to a taco
Greyhound.
stand before I came here.
A greyhound.
hungry.
Good God, you have been through it, man.
It's yes. I mean, it was great in the 40s, but
I was
now
gonna say.
it's no longer what it used to be. There's a lot wrong with Greyhound. Anyway,
Do you think that your ex-wives will be apprehended?
of course they will. I mean, there's 6 women who just killed, 20 people? How could they get past any of the police? I mean, Broomhilda, she's slippery, but the rest of them, no.
Are they disguised as gymnastics students?
I mean, It's possible. You know, we could make a second film based on them. The question is do we wait until they get attacked? Wait until they get caught? Or do we try to make it now so that we can ride the wave of success that we've had with this film?
My calendar is not yet booked up, ladies.
Yes. Yes. I think that sounds fantastic.
As long as you can guarantee that we won't be dealing with any more of your extramarital affairs, issues, mistresses, debt collectors. Who else have you pissed off?
Well, me. You all, I
Myself
imagine.
included also.
Did you tell someone I was going to be your seventh wife? Because we need to have a chat about that, actually.
Oh no, you're way too young. I wouldn't. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I know that there are a lot of men out there that date people that are 30 years younger than they are, but I'm not one of them.
Okay, just making sure.
I think 15 is my limit. I think 15's as old or as young as I'm willing to date.
I mean,
You've got
15 years younger than you.
Yes, I mean, that's the
Please.
youngest, right? I mean, what about the rest of you?
No, it sounded like you were saying you were willing to date a 15-year-old. It sounded terrible.
Oh, God, no. No, of course not. That would be a
That
lot
Woody
younger.
Allen is a very suspicious character.
Ugh. All right, let's get back on track. Correct.
Get this train back on the rails.
Anyway, I'm sure that we can come to arrangements in all of it. And we end our film with the people enjoying the rest of the movie, and for some reason, no charges being brought up against anyone for anything. And we pan away from the Sunset Boulevard Theater where the first showing of The Blood We Spill is being presented. And we go way off to another city, to a dark corner, and we see 6 people hunkered over a small table in a dingy diner, speaking of revenge. And that's where we're going to stop The Blood We Spill. Thank you all so much. We hope you enjoyed the amount of meta that we threw into this.
Meta upon meta.
We really hope that you had a good time. We definitely did. Thank you so much for being in chat. Thank you so much for those of you who were able to tip. We know not everybody always can. We really appreciate those that can. It helps us out a lot. The good announcement that I have is we are going to be keeping this cast for hopefully a little bit. We're going to take the next 2 weeks off, and then we're going to be coming back with a new story. It will not be The Blood We Spill, but we are open to a sequel now. So that could happen in the future. We all had such fun playing this game together that we've decided we're going to do some more. So thank you again. We really appreciate it. And check us out on... Let's actually find out where everyone is first, and then we will tell you goodbye, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Let's start with Michelle.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Michulu. That's Michulhu. You can find my music and Wes's amazing sound effects if you subscribe to the Plate Mail Games catalog through BattleBards.
Janine.
Hello, I'm Janine, also known as Blips and Chits. You can find me on Twitter by that name. And I play in a Saturday campaign over on Lore Everlasting and a Sunday campaign alternating. This Sunday, I will be playing Emerald Templars over on that D'Angelo's channel. And regularly Sundays, I'm over on TPC.
Awesome. Candace.
Hi, Candace Magnificent. I am in a bunch of stuff that I'm not technically allowed to talk about, but I'm going to tell you where you can find me. At Candace Magnificent on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. So everywhere pretty much is Candace Magnificent, all one word, except on Twitter, which is at that Candace girl. You can find me at some point, maybe check out Carrie Smith 2012, check out K Damn Fear, check out Valor Studios, check out Insight Checked, check out Maddie Matihi, and maybe my own channel soon. I don't know. And on the 1st, I will be on the Savage Worlds Savage Showcase over at Pinnacle Entertainment Group's page. So please feel free to check that out if you like Savage Worlds.
Awesome. Chrissy.
Oh, hi. I'm Chrissy. You can find me on pretty much all of the socials as Chrissy and Keller, with the exception of Instagram, where you have to add a "the" in front of Chrissy and Keller. And I am a little bit of a TTRPG mercenary. I kind of bounce all over the place with a few different people. I can also occasionally be found with Carrie Smith, and I have a new podcast that's coming out with a few people like Sam Comerford, Dungeon Glitch Matt, Titanamaki Lex, and Cast Eyes Mark. Very excited about that. We're announcing, like we've mentioned that it's coming out. I think they're going to be doing the drop day here soon. I'm very excited about it. I'm playing my Necromancer Bard in it, and yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and then I have some fun stuff coming up with Brent Jans. We're going to be playing Wonder Home in October. We got a few different things coming up in October that I'm very excited about. So yeah, the easiest thing to do is just follow me over on ye old Twitter, where I post literally everything about my life all the time.
Ye old Twitter.
Ye old Twitter.
And I am Wes Otis. You can find me at Plate Mail Games on ye old Twitter. As we also have a podcast, and today we had our biggest download day ever. It was like 1,200 downloads in a day, which is crazy, just nuts. I was like, well, what's going on? So definitely check out our back catalog. We are going to be starting a new podcast, a new channel that is going to be the audio from our streams, so that if you want to listen to these stories in podcast form, you can. I'm hoping to get that out in the next couple of weeks. We have some great things coming up. Like I said, right after we're off the air, I'm going to briefly talk with our cast about what we're going to be doing next for this stream. The Foundlings is playing on the podcast, which is our City of Mist game. And we have a Vampire the Masquerade, Unquiet Blood Season 3, which will be starting in, I think, 3 weeks. So we've got I'm a busy editor. So thank you again for hanging out and for watching. We appreciate it. We've had, I've had a ton of fun. I think everybody else has. So
I'm just happy I lived.
yeah, you all survived. And, the sequel. It's all about the sequel. So have a great week. If you're in a super hot place like we all are, try to stay cool, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.